Last time out, we were playing a game of snakes and ladders, sliding down and climbing up and all that going on. Today, it's a bit more of a cup flavour as we try and progress in the FA Cup. And then we have the postponed game against Kings Lynn Town. Hello and welcome to episode 31 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. This is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you the FA Cup second round tie against Warrington, and then the postponed Vanarama League match day. In this case it's going to be 20 against Kings Lynn. That's provided it isn't postponed again, of course. So since you were last with us, nothing has happened at all. We've played no games because obviously it completely messed my scheduling up. Having said that, oh yeah, the next episode is going to be the FA Cup second round and the FA Trophy third round. So as it is, we're going to play Warrington and Kings Lynn today. We're going to come back then on Tuesday for Basingstoke and York City, because York City are going quite well. And then we will come back for Bradford City and Dorking, back-to-back episodes to get through this little game, and then we'll have a little bit of a run to try and push down here a little bit, depending on what happens, obviously, with the FA Cup and the FA Trophy. I mean, if we get through the FA Cup, to be fair, it's not until January, early January, that we play in the FA Cup. So that won't be a problem. The FA Trophy, I'm not too sure about. Let's have a quick look. We can have a look. The draw for the FA Trophy third round was there. The game is on the 6th. Fourth round draw is on the 8th. It doesn't look like the fourth round gets played until the 10th of January. So no, it isn't going to mess it up anymore. So that's pretty much how we're going to go then. So it's going to be Kings Lynn Town and Basingstoke. Warrington and Kings Lynn, Basingstoke and York, Bradford and Dorking. Then we will have a couple of games, and then obviously potentially it could be FA Cup, FA Trophy down here somewhere. And then obviously we'll just try and motor on a little bit. As I say, I want to keep this, get through this season as swiftly as we possibly can. Picking up the highlights, of course, and the most important games for you as well, which is why we want to pick up York City, who are currently in 4th, and Bradford City, who are in 2nd. Dorking down in 21st, so that should be a relatively easier game. Kings Lynn down in 23rd at the minute as well. But first game to worry about today is the game against Warrington. It's the Bob Lucas Stadium. We have two players out. Morris is out with a torn back muscle. Bolton won't be playing. He's got a twisted ankle. And they have James Huntley suspended at the moment, talking about the medical centre. Elliot Bolton is on his way back 7 days to 2 weeks. Bryn Morris is going to be out for another 4 to 7 weeks, so he's going a bit longer term. So that's where we are with that. Warrington, we haven't played them yet this series. They are in the Vanarama National League North, I believe. Yeah, they are. They're currently in 4th place in there. Media prediction was 5th, so slightly above where the media expected them to be. It's not going to be a pushover, that is for sure. So we need to be on our mettle today, and we need to have a reasonably strong side against them as well if we want to get into the third round and a money-making tie potentially. Let's go and have a look at the side that will face Warrington. And here is the side that faces Warrington in this FA Cup second round tie. Armstrong is in goal. I'm not quite sure why he's as a sweeper keeper. It's probably better as that. Linton, Blythe, Ransom and Prescott are defensive line. Slade, Staunton and Petit are in midfield. Casey is sat behind Cooper. Melvin Lambert playing as a target forward today. And then on the bench, we have Campbell, Davis, Vincent, Evans, Knight, Solanke, Weiss, Howe and Peters. Just realised Spurway isn't in there. He's supposed to be having a little bit of a rest, but I do want him in the thing because we've not got a central defender in there. It's who to drop out. I think it's going to be Howe, actually. So we can swap them around a little bit. There we go. That's the team then. Spurway in. So the bench again then: Campbell, Davis, Vincent, Spurway, Knight, Solanke, Weiss, Evans and Peters on the bench. And here we are back at the Bob Lucas and playing our usual formation. And Warrington playing a 4-4-2 today. Won 2 of their last 5, drawn 2 and lost 1. Long ball forward and Armstrong going to collect that ahead of the attacker who was there, Blair. Trying to close him down. 11 minutes on the clock. Armstrong to Ransom. Ransom to Petit. Petit moves it forward to Melvin Lambert. Melvin Lambert and puts it in for Prescott. Prescott doing Prescott things. Yes! But it was flicked wide, and I think it was Cooper who didn't quite get it on target. First chance goes begging, or first chance that we've seen going begging anyway. Nice ball in, and he just couldn't get it on target. Prescott with a throw in. 13 minutes on the clock. Back to Prescott deep, looking for Cooper. Cooper heads it, but nowhere near goal. Goal kick, Harnett with the goal kick. Cooper under that one, but all he does is heads it straight to a Warrington player. But Slade gets a foot in to Linton. Linton now looking to get a little bit of legs running there. Crosses it deep, looking for Melvin Lambert, but it was too near the goalkeeper. Harnett out for it. He's dropped the ball. He's fired a long one long. And Blair gets it. Linton not wanting to get involved in that by the looks of it. And that's crossed in. We're in trouble. Taylor heads it in. And we go a goal behind after 29 minutes. He's offside. Thank goodness for that. Riding our luck a little bit here. Mallon. Lovely ball over the top. But Blair hits it and Taylor was offside. They have a corner now. Hall swings it in. Prescott heads it away. Back out to Hall. Hall to Blair. Blair, they're giving us a lot of running about. And they've got a man over here. Smith, he's created space. It's taken a block and it's gone in. And that will count. On the half hour. And, well, Prescott was sucked in by the looks of it. It's Staunton making the block, but it's only fallen for Smith. Throwing on that far side, Linton, 40 minutes on the clock. Linton throwing it into Slade. Slade, Linton to Staunton. Back to Linton. Linton! Oh, over the top. Who was that? That was Petit. Linton with a corner and it's headed back out. Penalty's been given, I think. We might get on level terms by default, really. Slade going to take the penalty. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Harvey Slade gets his first goal of the season, making a start today. And on 45 minutes, right on the stroke of half time, we get level. Goodness me. And half-time has arrived. An element of luck right at the end of the proceedings in the first half. Manages us to get back on level terms. 6 shots, 1 on target. 66% of the possession. 1.56 on the XG. They've had 3 shots, 2 on target. 0.41 and 34% of the possession. We should be winning this. 46 minutes on the clock. Harnett with a goal kick. And Melvin Lambert brings the ball down. What's he going to do with this? He's got Slade in support. Slade, who's playing in midfield today. Slade comes into the box. He's Slade on his own. What's he going to do? He's going to have a shot. Good boy. Second goal of the season. And on 47 minutes, we take a 2-1 lead. The first time we've had our noses in front and no more than we deserve. And a bit of a talking to at half-time might have had the desired effect. We will wait and see on that one. But Slade all on his own and creates the space, puts it away. Free kick now. Blythe with the free kick. Not quite 60 minutes on the clock. Swung in. It's headed clear. Staunton brings it down. Cooper does Cooper things. 8th of the season. And on the hour mark, we go 3-1 in front. And a third round draw could be happening. Staunton nicely brought down and Cooper just puts it away. A highlight from the restart. And they made a number of changes. We need to check them out in a minute. Blair out wide. And that's going to be picked up by Armstrong. Armstrong out to Prescott. Prescott forward. Petit. Melvin Lambert. Slade. Slade, oh, it's nearly short then. Petit. Concentrate, boys. Staunton. Slade. Petit. Petit flicks it on, looking for Melvin Lambert. Melvin Lambert has the ball. Crosses it in. He's got Slade. Oh, he's... Harvey Slade. Goodness me. 2 goals in the game. He's 3rd of the season. And we go 4-1 up. And that talking to at half-time has definitely had the effect. Melvin Lambert just held the ball up, chipped it in, saw Slade in space. Slade just got himself in position and hit it on the volley. And on 75 minutes, making 2 changes. We can make 5 today, but we're just making 2. Alfie Prescott has come off. Davis has come on. Dan Casey is off and Kieran Evans replaces him. And with 83 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. We have taken off Josiah Linton, brought on Vincent on that left side. He's better as a wing, just was a straightforward wing back over that side. So we'll switch him to just a wing back. And the other change that we have made is that we have taken off Petit and brought on Solanke. Harnett with a goal kick. 88 minutes on the clock now. And that's swung in. Cooper. Ransom finds Solanke. Solanke comes forward. Are we going to get a 5th? Solanke. Slade looking for his hat-trick, of course. And that's gone back to Blythe. Melvin Lambert. Slade out wide to Vincent. Vincent comes into the game. And Vincent is tackled. It's gone for a penalty. It didn't look that innocuous, actually. But it has gone for a penalty. And Slade will take it because he's on a hat-trick. I don't think he is going to, actually. Evans is going to take it. Surely that's not right. But Evans puts it away, and it is our 5th of the season, 5th of the game, rather. His 5th of the season on 90 minutes. Davis with a throw into Solanke. It did say Slade has scored 3. I'll check that out in a minute. It's gone over the top this time, though. We'll see it again. It's thrown in. Solanke crossed in. Cooper off the back of his head. 95 of 6 on the 6 minutes. We're in the 6th minute now of added time, and we're not. Please, a clean sheet would be very nice. It's headed clear, but not clear. McDonald is there. Oh dear! Straight in the arms of Armstrong, but he's gone out for a corner. Took it over the line. Inglis. And it's going to be the final game, the play of the game. And it is all over. It's a 5-1 win. I was going to say a clean sheet, but of course they scored first, didn't they? What am I on about? But Harvey Slade did score a hat-trick. I completely messed that up, didn't I? One either side of half-time. I forgot he scored a penalty before half-time. 2 in this second half. And he's had a fantastic game. A player of the match game. 15 shots, 5 on target, 3.37 and 63% of the possession. They had 8 shots, 5 on target, 0.69 and 37% of the possession. It was a bit closer than it actually looks. But we have a third round draw to look forward to. And ahead of the draw for the FA Cup third round, see if we can get somebody where we could earn some money. Just an update on the injury list. Josiah Linton is only going to be out for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. In fact, we've gone through a couple of days down to the game against Kings Lynn, or the draw, and he's about 1 day out now, so nothing too important there. Just to recap, Elliot Bolton's out for about another 2 weeks, and Bryn Morris still out for anywhere between 3 and 7 weeks, so we won't see him for a little while. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with the draw for the FA Cup third round. Here it is. 68 teams going into the hat for 32 matches to be drawn. Premier League teams enter the competition at this stage. And here is the draw for the third round of the Emirates FA Cup. And we get underway very shortly. Here are the 4 games that still have to be played. Wimbledon and Grimsby Town, Notts County and Hartlepool, Mansfield and Halifax Town, and it's Sheffield Wednesday and Salford have to play to sort out the who's going to go through, but that will be at a later stage. Let's get underway then. Queen's Park Rangers of the Championship, or are they League One in this Championship? We'll play Bolton Wanderers of League One. Ipswich Town will play Middlesbrough. Doncaster will play Stockport County. Norwich will play Swansea City. All Championship match, that one. Walsall will play Preston. Bristol City, they will be at home to Wycombe Wanderers in the third round of the FA Cup. Derby County will play Bournemouth, first Premier League side out. Brighton will play Weymouth. We're playing Brighton. Oh, along the coast. Oh, what a joy that's going to be. Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to have much further than the third round this year, but yeah, it's going to be quite a draw, and will give us quite a big payday, I think, if that's how it pans out. So I'll just pull this down very slowly. You can see the other things. Manchester United playing West Ham. As you'll know if you've watched our other series, they are a nemesis to West Ham. Whether they are in this sphere or not is another matter altogether. Liverpool playing Millwall at Millwall. Manchester City at home to Burnley. A local derby, that really. And Hartlepool and Notts County playing Everton. So that's the draw for the Emirates FA Cup. I was looking for Arsenal, actually. Did I miss them? Arsenal, there they are. They're playing Ipswich United. So Ipswich going to get a payday as well. So there we go. That's the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. The game against Bromley has been rearranged. Let's have a look at, see if it's in the schedule. It is. There it is. We will be featuring that game in a future episode. We'll work out exactly where in due course, but like I said, for now we're coming back for Basingstoke Town and York City, Bradford and Dorking. Then we'll probably play down and come back for Oldham and Brighton, something like that, at the turn of the year. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with the second game of the episode. It's a game against Kings Lynn Town, currently 22nd in the table. It's a visit to the Walks Stadium. They currently have doubts over Tom Clifford and Ryan Hall. Bryn Morris is out with a torn back strain, and Elliot Bolton, I think, will be out with a twisted ankle. Well, who said lightning doesn't strike twice? It has struck twice, and they've obviously got a problem with their pitch at the Walk Stadium because the match has been rained off again for the second time in a row. The match against Kings Lynn Town has been postponed. So we're not going to get to see them on screen. What we're going to do is we're going to motor down, come back for the Basingstoke Town game. It does give us a bit of a break, I guess. And then we'll play Kings Lynn Town, hopefully, offline. Come back for Bradford City and Dorking in the next episode. Right. I'll be back just ahead of the game against Basingstoke Town. So after the second time that our game against Kings Lynn Town has been postponed, it is a match against Basingstoke Town then at the Winklebury Football Complex. We have played them before. Jake Donahue is out with a pulled abdominal muscle for Basingstoke. We're without Bryn Morris, and Elliot Bolton is doubtful with a twisted ankle. I don't think he'll play him today, not in the FA Trophy third round. As I said, we have played Basingstoke once before, played them in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup last season. Managed to squeeze by them by 5 goals to 4. They're not a pushover, and we need to be very wary of them in today's game. Let's have a look at the team that will face Basingstoke. And here is the team that faces Basingstoke in this FA Trophy issue FA Trophy third round. It's Armstrong in goal then, Vincent, Ransom, Spurway and Prescott in our defensive line. Slade, Solanke and Knight in midfield, hoping that Slade can follow up his FA Cup exploits with another good game. Casey sits behind Peters and Evans, who gets a start up front. Blythe, Davis, Stanton, Palfrey and Melvin Lambert on the bench. And here we are at Basingstoke for this FA Trophy game, playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. Lost 2 of their last 5 matches, won 2 of them, drawn the other one. We've won 4 of our last 5, lost the other one. Playing our usual formation. They're playing in all blue today. We're playing with our white shirts, blue shorts. And Kieran Evans gets us underway with a highlight from kickoff. And can mean one or two things, of course. Knight goes out wide to Prescott. Can Prescott do Prescott things? We'll see. Prescott crosses it deep, looking for Slade, who's trying to get on the end of it and carry on where he left off. But not this time. He's quite short, is Harvey Slade. But it was a good ball in, and it was curling. 6 minutes on the clock, nearly 7. And throwing on that far side, Prescott to Evans. Back to Prescott. Slade now. Ransom. Spurway. Ransom. Solanke. Spurway. Knight looking for a way through. Finds Peters. Peters puts it in the bottom corner. And it's going to be offside. I'll look for the linesman, and he was static. Evans over the ball. He has been known to put these away. Oh, and it's coming down. But not enough. Vincent on the ball. Vincent into the area. He's been tackled and it's gone out for a corner. No penalty. Keeps the pressure up for the moment. 25 on the clock. Evans with an in-swinger. Oh, straight the goalkeeper. But it falls to Harvey Slade. And Harvey Slade puts it away. But it's been rolled out again. Straight at the goalkeeper now. Surely that... I presume it come off the crossbar. It says Kirby got in the way of the shot. Well, if he thingied it off, surely Slade was onside. Luck's not with us. Vincent, deep one. It's headed away. But Peters is there to tidy up. Peters comes in into the area, but he's tackled and... What's gone on? Is it a penalty? It is a penalty. Now, that was less of a penalty than the one before. It should be Evans to take this one. And he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And deservedly, on 34 minutes, we do take the lead. Kieran Evans with his 6th of the season. And it's been hard work up until now. As I said, Basingstoke are not a pushover. Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. And no more highlights in this first half. Half-time has arrived. 6 shots, 3 on target. 1.57, 32% of the possession. Need to improve that in the second half. They've had 2 shots, just the one on target, 0.11, and 68% of the possession. A very possession-orientated side, of course, but we just sort of got our noses in front at the moment by virtue of that Kieran Evans penalty. 2 ruled out for offside, Peters and Slade. And looks like Peters is injured. He's on the ground here. And we have a free kick. 52 minutes on the clock. Need to check that out very shortly. He's rolling around down there. He's got up now, which is good news. Hopefully no lasting injury. Kieran Evans is over the ball. And has a shot. And it's hit the crossbar and got out. Free kick to Basingstoke, deep in their own half. In fact, near the corner flag, but that's a long ball and it's easily dealt with by Ransom. Ransom to Knight. Knight finds Slade. Slade back to Ransom. Solanke. Knight. Evans. Evans through the gears now. Peters is going to run onto this and pulls a save out of the goalkeeper. It's gone for a corner on this right side. Vincent with the corner. He's going to in-swing it. It's very deep and cleared. Peters will recycle this ball. What's he going to do with it? Nothing. It's gone for another corner, though. Got rid of by the defender. Evans on that side. Another in-swinger. This one deep again. And it's headed clear. And it's going to be saved from going out. Bit of pressure. Nothing coming from the corners. This one through to Peters. Peters really just fired it straight at the goalkeeper. And with 73 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, Harvey Slade has picked up a yellow card as well. And Tarin, after his exploits in the FA Cup, he is off. We have brought on Stanton. Knight moves over to the left. Stanton stays on the right. Solanke in the centre of that defensive trio. Defensive midfield trio. The other change we've made is Mika Peters has come off. Melvin Lambert comes on as the target forward alongside Evans. Evans with a free kick. It's deep. Melvin Lambert was the target. Wingate picks the ball up and threads that one through, but Vincent heads it down but doesn't find his intended target. But we have won the ball back. Solanke through to Prescott. Prescott now looking for Prescott things from Prescott. Can he cross this in? He can. It's deep. Looking for Melvin Lambert. And Melvin Lambert gets his 4th goal of the season. It is onside. And we have a 2-goal cushion on 80 minutes. And Melvin Lambert coming on as impact sub. Target man. Deep. Instead of firing this in low, it was there. And Kirby just couldn't keep it out. And with 81 minutes on the clock, making our final change. Dan Casey's off. And Carnal Palfrey comes on for him. 4 minutes of added time. We're not quite into added time yet. We are now. And looking to try and keep a clean sheet for the first time for a long while. But it's not going to happen like this. And it's not going to happen today. Osho gets one back for Basingstoke in the first minute of added time. And it's 2-1. Good job we had that second got that second goal. And run. Who was that run past him? It's pretty poor. Evans runs straight past him instead of just running at him and blocking him off. And Armstrong not getting there. And it turns out it was only a consolation. But even so, it was a good job that Melvin Lambert scored on 80 minutes to give us that 2-goal cushion, because one wouldn't have been enough. 8 shots, 5 on target, 0.82. And 62% of the possession for Basingstoke. We had 13 shots, 7 on target, 2.52 and 38% of the possession. We weren't in the possession races today against Basingstoke Town. As I said, they're not really a pushover. So that does mean at the start of the next episode, we will have a draw for the 4th round of the FA Trophy. And that'll be coming up in due course. Right. We'll have a quick recap before we close the episode. We'll have a quick recap on what's happening in the National League. Well, there were no games played in the National League today, and these are the games, the last games that were played. Southampton beating Hartlepool 4-1 and Altrincham drawing 1-1 with Oldham Athletic in a local derby at and around Manchester there. So at the end of the episode, this is how it looks. We are 5th on 34 points. We do have a game in hand on a couple of the teams above us, so we could actually rise out of here. Not very far. I think we could only move up to 4th technically if we were to win that game in hand. We would still be 3 points adrift of Bradford City in 3rd. Solihull Moors are 2nd on 41 points, and Chesterfield are 1st on 42 points. 8 points adrift of them at the moment. And win the game in hand, technically only 5. But it's all to play for. And, as I said, we could lose a couple of games. We could soon drop down this table quite badly, really. Woking, Kings Lynn Town, Dorking and Scunthorpe still in the in the relegation zone at the bottom of the National League. Right, we're going to play Kings Lynn if it's on and not rained off offline, and then we're going to come back for Bradford City and Dorking in the next episode. Bradford City because they are currently in 3rd place, and Dorking, well, just because it's Dorking, we were going to play two back-to-back, but Bradford City because they are one of the big sides here that could cause us... we need to be beating them if we're going to be doing the things that we want to do this season, and then we'll play a few games offline, come back for Oldham Athletic and the FA Cup 3rd round against Brighton. We do have a FA Trophy 4th round there. The draw, as I said, will come at the start of the next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top, and of course our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 32. It's out on Tuesday. Until then, I wish you a very good weekend. Bye-bye.